Alright, hey everybody, we're going to tackle some Parliament style riffs. Let's jump right in. The first riff is going to be based on a little lead part. It's an intro. So here it goes and then we'll break it down slow. Okay, so the first part, start on the 8th fret. And I'm going to call out the notes a lot of times while we talk about these. So to find out the notes, just always do octaves. Okay, so as an E flat. So we're going to start here in E flat on your 3rd string, and we're on the 8th fret. So we're going to go up a whole step, starting here, octave again. That note is F. Okay, so E flat, and that's your F. So same lick. So 3rd string, you're playing on your 8th fret, 10th fret. When you change strings, 8th fret, 9th fret, 11th fret for those notes. Okay, not calling them all out, but you'll see it on the tab. 10th fret and 12th fret here. That second note there is you're gonna end up being on your G. Okay, we're coming up here to the 15th fret on 2nd string, and this is where the bend's gonna go. So the 15th fret is where the bend goes. The 11th fret on the last note. We're going to come back and do the beginning part of that riff again, so it'll go like this. And the end part starts here on the 9th fret. And do your octaves again, that's an E note. Okay, so 9th fret, 10th fret, 11th fret, back to the 9th fret on your E note, and then end up on D. So, okay. So here it is again. All right. So let's go on to part 2. Okay, here's the second part. Single note riffs are pretty common in funk, so just learn them, because you're going to have to do them all the time. So here's how the second part goes. Okay, so the second part sounds like this. Okay, so let me play those slow. Here's the first one. You'll notice in the tab there's some muted strums, and those are indicated by X's. You can play those, you can play them as rest, whatever works for you. I usually will put the muted strums in there because I tend to lean more towards Roger Troutman style, so I'll put a lot of muted strums in between these riffs. So they're in there for you to use them. You'll hear me use them sometimes. Sometimes I'll play riffs without them. What you want to do is mix things up and kind of do whatever feels good to you at the time. Once you're learning things, you want to change them and make them your own. Don't always learn stuff verbatim and then just use that. You want to always take stuff, make it your own, and then incorporate your own style into all these parts. So here it is slow. And you're going straight across here from your A to your D on the 12th fret. And you notice I'm not going, just roll the pressure so that you play both of those notes instead of hopping back and forth like that. So just, and then that note's on the 10th fret, so go down a half step, and that's the lick from the intro. One more time. Okay, and this is kind of tricky because you're playing this and you got to reach back up here to grab the D. So just remember that. Okay? Now the second part only changes the last part of the line. So you'll do everything else the same. So it'll go. Jump all the way back here. Remember again, octaves if you want to find out what your notes are. Okay. Okay. That's your F sharp. Okay, F sharp. You're going to start here on your F sharp. And that's the only difference in the two riffs. You do 2 times on each riff, and then it alternates, and sometimes they'll play around with them. You'll notice that when you listen to the CD. So. Okay. Normally I opt to play these parts with single coils, but if you notice, you look at different funk players, some guys will use single coils, some people use humbuckers. It just depends on what sound you're going for. I'm using humbuckers now, but still you play with a clean guitar and be real precise on the parts, and then it'll sound cool when you're all done. So just check out the tab. If you have any questions, be sure and drop me a line. If you have any suggestions about songs you want to learn, drop me a line. When we get time, we'll get to them. Just check the sidebar for the tabs. We're going to try to add tabs to a lot of the lessons from this point on. So you guys just check the sidebar, look to see if there's a link for the tab, click on it, and then you can play the tab right along with the lessons. Alright, so thanks a lot. We'll see you next time.